Swapping out lenses and painting chrome black is what I'm going to be doing today. I'm also going to be doing cotton angel eyes. This is my 2001 BMW E46 M3. Let's get to it. There's one clip here. This piece off first and then kind of push with my back of the finger and it came out just fine. I'm gonna go light on the denatured alcohol. Wipe over. It's all prepped, ready to mask. And this plastic's the only part I don't want to mask. I've decided to leave the bulb in rather than taking the bulb out. It looks like it is easier just to take the paper down right away. On the flip side, I had difficulty with the top piece of paper, so I went a little bit more with the masking tape here, and then I'll just do the paper on top. I'm going to pull this bottom paper back so I can tape it, so there's no chance of it touching the chrome or the other plastic on it. It's ready for paint. I'm shaking this for a minute, the Plasti Dip. As the first coat is curing, I'm going to use a Scotch-Brite pad just to get a little bit of adhesion. There's no reason for me to sand or paint this area because it's not going to be seen. That one's done, on to the second. These look good. I'm going to wipe them down with denatured alcohol. And this is satin because I don't want it shiny and I don't want it flat. I've been shaking this for a minute and it's about 70 degrees, so it's a good temp outside. First coat is...
Shake this over here, be really careful. Yeah, I can feel it's very tacky on the outside. It's not wet, but it's not hard at all. I know that plastic's supposed to be soft, but it feels like it's just barely cured. That's cool.
Yeah, that's kind of working. Okay, that worked. I think it'd be easier just to remove the bulb and put some masking tape behind it. So it said instructions for the Plasti Dip. Wait 4 hours for every coat before you put it to use. So I'm gonna take that advice. I'm going to take 3M plastic emblem adhesive, and this is actually coming off in certain spots. So glue that back on. It says leave for 30 minutes and then it should be all pure. But before I get these up, I want to test to make sure these work. So I'm going to go to the back battery. All of these angel eyes are 131 millimeter and all these lengths of cords are identical. Although the difference is one of the sides is for the passenger side and one of the sides is for the driver's side. The driver's side is longer. So we have positive, negative hooked up. White, which is connecting to the indoor lighting. And that'll have the fade in and fade off. That looks nice and bright. The ignition signal, ECU, which is the red wire with the yellow dots. Good, they work. Okay, let's install them. Don't think it's 100% necessary, but I'm gonna disconnect the negative lead just for safety. I'm gonna start by laying out the wire layout. So the relay goes here. Looks good. And then it kind of locks it in place. Nice, that works. Kind of see there's a rubber boot back there. Yeah, right there. Worked a little bit better to pull back. And then, let's see if you can see my finger through here. See my finger, and you just push them right through there. So hopefully this won't fall off. And I'll try to stay in the way. I got my finger over here pulling back straight through. The first one through, and that'll hold it from falling. We've got 2 clips and 4 sticky pads for each. Let's start with the sticky pads. Just got the 4 sticky pads spaced out, and It seems like, generally speaking, the little hook pieces are on the top here, and then the little notch here is on the bottom. So I'll just go for that. And it looks like I can adjust the distance back. Let's get this down a little bit, and I'll take off these plastic pieces. Double sticky tape here, just to make sure it has at least 4 points of stickiness. Now it's nice and firm. These are 4 good sticky points. It's all centered, and these are nice and tight. These clips aren't slipping, but these were a little bit, so that'll hold it in place. And start to weave these so where they're running behind things, so it makes a nice clean run. Almost enough space. I'm going to remove my airbox cover. This boot has a crack in it, so I might be ready for some new. I thought that was a crack in the boot, but it looks more like a cut, and I realized a little bit, and it's like, I'll just feed it through that cut, and I'll probably seal it off after I check everything to make sure it's... This one has a crack too. Positive doesn't quite fit, and the negative doesn't quite fit. Don't even bother drilling these out or making these bigger. Just cut it off. Just cut it off, strip it, and then crimp 3/8, and then put it on, and then crimp it down. There. Easy. Way easier. Do the same with this one. Nice. I want to set this up to indoor lighting, so firewall seal here off. There we go. Put a little bit of a line through there. That's a little cleaner. Shove it through. Route this behind here. Push this through the hole first. There's the blue and red wire I need to hook up to. And there might be a way to get this up through there without taking everything off. So let's try. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a fold in the fabric, but I'm able to push this down and through. I got a bunch of line stuff down. Let's see if I can fish it out from inside. Find that line. I kind of feel something already. Careful to watch for cuts. Okay, I was able to find it. Now my next goal is to try to get it up through here area so it's not running across. Nice, that worked out well. I was able to push it through here, and this little piece kind of goes up a little bit, and I can pull this out and connect to blue and red. Clip this piece off here. Don't need it anymore. Push this in. Make sure it's going in all the way. And with some pliers. And push down with this. All the way down. Now I'm going to connect to the ignition signal. And this is Allen. Tough. See if I can get it out. Okay, get these all out. Before I apply the quick connect, I'm gonna make sure there's no tangling issues. Okay, so that won't have any tangling issues. And this one I can always disconnect. Red with white with yellow dots. Yep, it's in now. Okay, let's hook the battery back up. Okay, as of now, the interior lights are on, but it doesn't come on. So I need to check the connection with the interior plug. So, yep, it's probably just this right here. I pulled this out and it was stripped, and I pushed it back in, just push fit, and yay! They're on. So I figured out why it didn't work. This did not break the barrier of the plastic. So this tool is for too low of a gauge or too thick of wire. So that's what this doesn't work. I've heard mixed reviews using these for automotive. I'm not sure what other people think, but I'm going to use solder, do a lot more soldering than crimping. So it's kind of my comfort zone. Well, at least this tool looks a little different gauge. This one looks a little smaller than this side. So maybe I just did it on the wrong side, but I'm going to solder it. There we go. And that's good. Lights on here. Yeah, ooh, those look good. So I'm just using plastic emblem glue for this part here. I'm gonna glue up the crack with a slice. And this is the passenger side. Just tying up the wires now, clipping this. I'm gonna do zip ties in a few minutes here. I'm taping the edges of the shrink wrap. Dielectric grease, electrical grease. Put a little in there and help prevent from rust and other issues. The engine bay cords look all tidy. Stuck right there. There, I'll show you in a little bit. Got an easily adjustable zip tie for the relay. Make sure nothing rattles around. That's a little tighter. Get the clips in first. There you go. That's on. The air filter cover back on. This cover back on. So now we're going to put the gaskets on this rim. I'm not going to do the whole thing off. I'm just going to do a section of it. Let's try right here. Nice. And I'll just peel before I go around. Yeah, this is easy. That was very straightforward. I'm going to put the satin finish shroud in. Just right there. Okay. The new gasket, I might have to push harder to get it to click. Finding things that work. Wedge something right behind the push point, and don't push here, push right on this piece right here. And I have like 7 layers of masking tape on here. So don't just push with your hand, put your body behind it. So put your arm on your hip, and there you go. So with these, it's accurate pressure. Okay, I'm gonna do the rest. Make sure to rotate the masking tape because your screwdriver will go through the tip. So probably every push, rotate over to another spot like that. Make sure you have a hand here. Don't just push back here, otherwise it'll slip. So hold this in place here and push. Socket to hold this in place. There we go. Have accurate pressure. The bottom trim piece, I think it just straight in. Piece goes underneath here first, going behind. There we go. Light output. Good, let's check all the different light options. Lights there. Too bright. Also good, they're warming up. Okay, that's cool. I think my fog lights will turn off when I put my high beams on, and these should be really light, but we'll see. Nice. Cool, so high beams definitely still work. Let me know what you think. Yeah, thanks for the watch, like, subscribe, and share.